Kevin, a beautiful day out there, a little bit cooler than it has been.
Yeah, temperatures are going to kind of nudge upward, and then we get a little spring storm in here that's going to remind us that that's what April does. Those showers are going to bring Mayflowers. How about Cedar City? Some partly cloudy skies. You got the blossoms on the trees. Pretty nice day. Temperatures have continued to be into the 60s in Cedar City, with 70s and 80s across St. George area. Ensign Peak, a little hazy, but a gorgeous day here in Salt Lake City. We did manage to get above normal. In fact, we jumped up into the mid-60s today, a little warmer than yesterday. That was kind of a shock to the system, coming off of the record 80s to end the week. That little cool down this weekend definitely did a job. How about Ron Rasband's shot of the beautiful blossoms? Looking back, this is in Highland. Taking a look at Timp there off in the, or excuse me, Lone Peak off in the distance. What a pretty picture. Ron, thanks for sending that in. And those blossoms, they don't last long, but they're sure pretty when they're here. High temperatures around the country. Well, there's that 65 in Salt Lake. Boise today went to 70. Portland, 77. A little cooler. Bismarck, Rapid City, Minneapolis, all in the 50s. Chicago in the 60s. And then the warmth kicks in. Washington, 74. Memphis, 79 with 80s from Raleigh to Dallas. El Paso at 89 today. Phoenix, 93, so some very warm air just off to the south and to the southeast. So the clouds I just showed you in Cedar City, they're actually coming in from the south, and they're going to increase tonight and into the day tomorrow. High pressure is still kind of the dominant feature, but this little bit of moisture is going to creep in kind of underneath that high, and then the high is going to vacate the region to allow a cold front to move in. But as you look to the west, pretty dominant high pressure. I mean, you can see that the clouds are trying to come around that, but they're just being blocked. However, as this high moves, it's going to open the door to the southern moisture, and it's going to allow a fast-moving cold front to kind of sneak in from the northwest, and that all happens by Wednesday night into Thursday. Tonight, we'll clear over northern Utah, but by morning, we wake up to partly cloudy skies, a little bit of high elevation, chances for a few sprinkles tomorrow. Most of that will be virga, some gushes of wind. By Wednesday, though, we get a little bit more of what we call convective with the afternoon heat. Those clouds kind of bubble up over the mountains. We have the potential for a few scattered showers. Then this front comes sweeping through Thursday morning. Valley rain, some mountain snow on Thursday. That front slides into central southern Utah during the day, bringing St. George rain by Thursday afternoon. And then it lingers on Friday before moving out by Friday afternoon. So our central forecast, look for increasing clouds tonight and tomorrow, a partly cloudy day. So 70 degrees in Nephi, 68 in Beaver, 78 in Moab. Blanding will start at 46 and top out at 70. St. George will be in the 80s for the next 2 days, 70s Thursday, chance of evening rain on Thursday, lingering into Friday, gone by Friday afternoon, and then back to the 70s for Easter weekend. Northern forecast, tonight mostly clear. Lows will dip into the 30s in Logan and Heber City, 41 in Spanish Fork. We'll see increasing clouds during the day tomorrow, ending up partly cloudy with those temperatures a little warmer tomorrow. We'll be in the 70s. In fact, we'll do that 2 days in a row. Extra warm, the red numbers indicate more than 10 above normal. And then we fall back to the 50s and 60s with that rain on Thursday. And then the weekend looks great.
And more normal-ish.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks.